We have two headlines to cover in the cloud gaming space today, the first of which revolves around Stadia not receiving another content patch for a recently released title, and the second will revolve around another sweet deal you can take advantage of if you happen to be a GFN user. So let's get right into it and hop into that story about Stadia. The title in question this time is Golf with Your Friends, a title that just recently released and also recently got put into Stadia Pro. Today it was revealed that the Bouncy Castle course, Racing Cosmetics, and Summer Party Pack Cosmetics will be available on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on June 21st. Notably absent from the announcement is Google Stadia, and as you can imagine, the Stadia community went up and actually asked the developer via Twitter and the official announcement post what's up with that. The response was simply that it will only be available on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on June 21st, and that at the moment there are no plans to bring this update to Stadia, and that if anything changes, they'll be sure to update us there first. But if I'm being honest, once again, to keep it real with you all, this is super disheartening to hear, especially since the publisher of the title is Team 17, a publisher who happens to be a part of Google's beta testing for low-effort porting tools. As of right now, there's no way for us to tell whether or not the game was using the low-effort porting tools to actually bring it to Stadia in the first place, but the fact that it's dropping support just isn't good. First, it was Outright Games coming out to let us know that DLC just isn't being planned for Stadia. Now we have Team 17 who's pretty much saying the exact same thing, and that's on top of plenty other publishers and developers who have yet to update their games on Stadia or bring DLC over. What worries me most about this is that Outright Games and Team 17, as I stated, are working closely with Stadia and their new toolset. So what's up with that? One would assume that there's some sort of goodwill going on there, and if they are using the toolset, it should make bringing content over much easier. One could argue that maybe they're not using it yet for this title. At best, that means that this game just didn't sell well enough on Stadia for them to bother porting the content over. At worst, it means that the low-effort port tools definitely will bring games over to Stadia faster, but that doesn't change the fact that game companies aren't making enough money to bother patching or keeping it up to date. I will note that this title did just launch into Stadia Pro at the beginning of this month, and there's a chance that they may see much more success with that revenue model, especially with the incentives that Stadia gives developers. After all, we did see the dev from 100 Days Winemaking Simulator state that most of the revenue that came from Stadia, and it was a significant chunk as well, came from the Stadia Pro revenue. And it's this very same reason why I do think we'll eventually see the DLC make its way over to Stadia, especially now that the game's on Stadia Pro. But it's hard not to feel bad about a title that's just launched on Stadia already dropping support. Let me know down below in the comments section how you feel about the lack of patches and DLC coming to Stadia. Is it something that bothers you? Do you blame the developer or Google? But now let's move on to the second news story of the day, and it revolves around a pretty sweet deal you can take advantage of to get some games on GeForce Now. As many of you are aware, GeForce Now doesn't directly sell games to consumers. Instead, you go out and buy those games on the Steam storefront, Epic Games Store, Ubisoft Connect, Origin, or others. But one thing I think often gets overlooked by non-PC gamers playing on GeForce Now is the fact that you can take advantage of other deals available online that will give you keys to those various storefronts as well. Today we're going to be focusing on HumbleBundle.com's latest Humble Choice Bundle. This is a subscription you can pay for on a monthly basis that will give you access to a select few titles each and every month. You'll be given keys for various storefronts in which you can claim them, and once you've redeemed them, they're yours to keep forever. It just so happens that the Humble Choice Bundle for June 2022 is actually a pretty good one if you're a GFN user, because out of the 8 games being offered, 7 of them are available through GFN. So for the nice low price of $11.99, you can now own Star Wars Squadrons, Phoenix Point Year 1 Edition, Call of the Sea, Game Deck, Pumpkin Jack, Siege Survival, Glorious Victus, and Super Hot Mind Control Delete. And while I Am Fish is currently not available on GeForce Now, that's not to say it might not show up one day, so you may as well redeem it to your library as well if you end up picking it up. I do want to point out that EA Star Wars Squadrons does need to be redeemed via Origin, but the rest are all available on Steam. It's genuinely a really solid bundle. I can personally vouch for Star Wars Squadrons, Call of the Sea, and Super Hot Mind Control Delete, but I've been meaning to check out Phoenix Point and Game Deck myself. So if you're bored and find yourself wanting something new to play, maybe give this bundle a shot and soon you'll have 7 things you can choose from. Now that's not the only Humble Bundle I want to bring attention to, because City Skylines Colossal Collection Bundle is also available. It is by far the best city building game out there, and this bundle is an easy way to save a ton of money if you plan on picking up the DLC. For the price of about $20, you can own the entire collection of City Skylines and DLC packs. That's over $257 in DLC, by the way. Once again, all of it is available on GeForce Now and well worth it if you're into city management games. I can't stress it enough, you have to be into that sort of game, but it is absolutely fantastic if you are. This is the type of game you can easily sink hundreds if not thousands of hours into. Either way, that covers the 2 deals I really wanted to cover on the video. Let me know what you think about me highlighting these deals as they come up for GFN and other cloud gaming services. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video question is simply going to be me asking you what game you're currently playing right now. Myself, I've been infatuated with a title called V Rising that I really do hope gets picked up by one cloud gaming platform or another. Seriously, great game that I can't recommend enough if you're into survival games. As always, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.